MFL Season 4 has arrived, and with a 40% increase on prize pools being rewarded, there has never been a better time to finally get a fucking promotion from the Ice League here at Royal Livy Rovers. And after a Livy warm Season 3, we're not messing around for Season 4, with the squad receiving a major overhaul to ensure we can compete at the very top end of the division. We spent $73 on Cook, Holden and Gray to improve our back line, combined with some non-Brexit imports on loan from McBride Ace in the form of Fiuba Marekos in midfield, as well as Kovacevic on the wing. And to utilise all of these new recruits in the squad, we've gone for a 4-3-3 formation, and I have to say, I think this can be a really strong team in the Ice League. In fact, for this season, we're not even at the bottom of the pyramid anymore, with a new division being opened up in Tier 9, the Spark League. Any new clubs being minted will join here, and if you're interested in doing such a thing, you can follow my referral link in the comments down below. Or not. But I wouldn't mind if you did. Now, going back to my lineup for Season 4, the new fullbacks will mostly be opting for risk-averse play, clearing their lines when required due to their passing not being their strongest suit. But this is with the midfield in mind, where Fiub and May will be allowed to make more riskier passes through to the front line, with Fiub himself acting as the anchor of the midfield three, sticking rigid to his role, and May being allowed to dribble more at opponents, you know, a bit more creative license, so to speak. Now, this is the same for his compatriot in midfield, Loney Marekos, sure to be a key player in a more attacking central midfield role, focusing less on the defensive aspects of his game and more on joining the front three, where Newman Kovacevic will look to run at defences and play controlled passes into Hooper behind the line. Now, things started off slow for the first game of the season, managing to barely salvage a 2-2 draw thanks to a debut goal from Kovacevic himself. We followed this up with a loss and then another draw for an indifferent start to the season. But luckily, Kovacevic was finding a rich vein of form early on after his forward partner Hooper capitalised on a defensive error to allow Kovacevic to score his second of the game, with Hooper again doing the dirty work, winning the ball back to set Skinner up for an absolute cunt stumper of a goal into the upper 90, with Scotty May then completing the route for a comprehensive 6-0 win to truly kick our season off. FC Trophy Hunters there, sure to be the first of many getting battered by the mighty Royal Livy Rovers this season. After a flurry of early fixtures, it meant it was time to give some of the backup players some minutes in the form of Johnston, Schofield, Ball and Monroe, with the latter providing the only goal in a solid 1-0 win. We followed this up with a comfortable 4-1 win before a big game came up against Malibu, where unfortunately the winning run came to an end, meaning after 7 games we found ourselves bottom of the top half of the table in a very tight and congested league. But the fun doesn't stop there, lest we forget in MFL there are cup competitions to compete in as well. The Aspirants Cup at my level, now this is certainly one for the backup players. Except I forgot to sub all of my backup players in for the opening fixture, so we went out and absolutely battered Aaron Bile 5-2 with a full-strength squad. I did, however, have the backup players in for the second cup game, where we did not win 5-2. Perhaps I'm an enemy of my own expectations for expecting anything more, meaning the third game was pivotal if we wanted to advance out of the group stage. It appears we are 2-0 down heading into half-time. And you know, I don't ask for a lot in life. All I want is a decent trim, unlimited money, my own lemon tree on which I would grow lemons, and a team that can win some fucking matches. But here we didn't just get 1 goal back before half-time. Oh no, we got fucking 2 goals back thanks to a Stephen Hooper bicycle kick of all things. And you might be asking, Royal Livy, how do you know it was a bicycle kick? And I'll tell you, I don't actually know, but if I say it's a bicycle kick, then it's a fucking bicycle kick, baby. Baby? Who's that for? And we went on to win the game after Starman and Loney Marekos ran 20 yards up the pitch before firing it past the opposing keeper from the edge of the box, meaning after 3 cup games, we found ourselves in the top spots. And, you know, I thought I'd make a habit out of this whole going into halftime at a massive deficit and then deciding to come back in the second half sort of thing, because we somehow came back from 3-0 down at halftime to draw 3-3 here thanks to a Brendan Ball hat-trick. Brendan Ball, more like Brendan taking home the match ball. Get it? Because it's a play on words, you fucking idiot. But then I'll be honest, I forgot to change out all of these backup players for our next league fixture against second in the league, where we, you guessed it, won. I won. Holy shit, your boy has got squad depth. Brendan Ball is on fire, meaning there is no way I could drop him for my next fixture. where we drew 0-0. Now, in my mind, this firmly cemented Brendan Ball, despite being an up-and-comer, as the cup striker for the rest of the season, where he bagged a brace in the following game to ensure qualification was secured with a game to spare, and despite losing that spare game 2-1, we still managed to top the group, advancing into the knockout rounds. And then the final league fixture before the mid-season break saw us run out as 3-2 winners thanks to main man up top Stephen Hooper scoring a double before we finished off on a pack thanks to the fantastic people who used my referral code down below. That pack itself may not have been great, but at least you lads and ladies all are great. And that is, you're all fucking great, lads and ladies. Will the club be able to push for a playoff spot in the Ice League? How far will the club be able to advance in the Aspirants Cup? Will I finally have a good trim by the next episode? You'll have to like and subscribe to find out next time, and I'll catch you then, because I love you.